Hey guys, it's VT again, and I've got, like I said, another set for you guys today. This one focuses more on Charge Blade. Now, I haven't been really using Charge Blade at all, but my brother has, and he really likes it. I've loved it in the past, so I was like, hey, you know what? I should make a set for it. Now, there's only one catch. This custom armor set is only focused towards one type of Charge Blade, and that is impact files. Again, do not try and use this Charge Blade set with an elemental file type Charge Blade. The Artillery Expert is only for impact type files. It does not affect elemental type files, at least as far as I know. So don't use it in there. It doesn't work. It'll be a waste of time. Okay, moving on. The set actually looks kind of cool, and that's mainly thanks to the Gundam-like Celtis mail. The Scimitar kind of breaks it up, and the top of the Jaggy you can actually make work with the right color scheme. You see I have it set to green to sort of match the Celtis a little bit, but when you look down below, it sort of loses all nice luster on there, but it is what it is. It's a custom armor set. What can you ask for, right? So you can see I've got barrage piercing, which gives us load up, which helps a lot from what I've heard, read, and seen in Charge Blades. We've also got 2 pieces of Celtis mail, 1 Scimitar, and 1 Jaggy Shin Guards S, which is mainly just for the expert bonus at the end. That is actually quite a nice piece, regardless of the low defense and the look. So all in all, this set is not very difficult to make. Again, the barrage piercing, if you don't have the piercings yet, sword saint piercing and barrage piercing, you get them at the same time. Do all the arena quests. There's only like 10 or 12 of them. Really easy to knock out. Now, the goal skills of this armor set is to achieve critical eye +2, artillery expert, razor sharp, and load up. And you can see it requires quite the interesting talisman to do so. Now, I've got this. Luckily, a few of my friends have also got one this high. You're going to want an expert talisman with +9 to it, all right? That'll get you Reckless Abandon +2, and then the rest of the sockets, including a 1-socket weapon, will get you up to Artillery Expert, +15 points into that as well. Those gems are +2 for 1 socket. It's a 5-socket skill. So again, you do need a 1-socket weapon to get all of those skills in, unless you do have a better talisman than the one I have. However, there is a little bit of flexibility as well, because if we look at the set natively, we can see that we instantly get Razor Sharp and Load Up, which is kind of nice, and a few slots in there. We also see that we have 6 points into Expert, which we can actually get up to +10 with just socketing the Jaggy and the Scimitar R pieces, alright? So that also means that if you have a talisman with any sort of artillery, specifically artillery +8 or higher, then you can actually achieve the majority of these skills, suffering only in the Reckless Abandon +1 instead of getting the full +2. But again, it sort of depends on your talisman. Artillery is a lot easier to find than Expert, I found in my experience, so maybe you have that for you, and then later on you can increase that later when you find a better talisman. If you don't have either of those, however, a simple 3-socket talisman will work with a 1-socket weapon, because then you can just socket the artillery and the talisman and the weapon to get the +8 that you really need, with, again, the Reckless Abandon +1. Now, I've actually paired this set specifically with the Tigrex Charge Blade, simply because it does have a 1-socket weapon. It also has pretty decent attack at 220, and although it has negative 15% affinity, if you are able to achieve that Reckless Abandon +2, you can negate that out and actually get a +5% affinity. It also has Razor Sharp in this set, which means you can keep that nice white and blue sharpness, which is native for the Tigrex Charge Blade, and so it just works really well, and of course, it has the impact file. Now, here is the really cool thing about this set. It's not just for Charge Blades. If you look at the skills you have here, you actually find that it's very useful for gun lance as well. That Artillery Expert and even the load up, depending on the gun lance type, can really be useful. But if you don't want the load up in there, just substitute out the barrage piercing for sword saint piercing. All of a sudden you have fencing. That's amazing. Fencing and sharp sword, you're good to go. So there you have it, guys. Second set for today. Technically a 2-in-1 bundle for this one, because you can use it for 2 different types of weapon classes. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and again, I look forward to reading all of them. I've been loving reading all the comments that you've been putting up there so far, and I really appreciate all the views you guys have been giving me and the likes. Keep it coming, and let me know if you want me to make any specific type of armor sets or something in the future. If you think I'm leaving a certain weapon class out, just let me know in the comments. Until next time, though, happy hunting.